Hey everybody, welcome to another video from TeeJayCee Gaming on YouTube. Another video about GT7 that's coming and being confirmed for PS5 and PS4 for March the 4th. So PlayStation blog have dropped out some more information. So we're going to have a quick look through and we're going to put some more content out for you guys to have a look and see. So as you can see here, they've sent some screenshots into the actual blog and it looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, this game is actually stunning on a PS5. Now, what I'm going to notice is there's no PS4 screenshots, but there's more details in here about weather and modes as well. So we're going to take a look through it, and we're going to see what we can find out, guys. So remember, guys, smash thumbs up on the video. Really helps the channel, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. So now, with all that stuff out the way, let's take a look at the info. So, delivering the best with the return of classic cars, iconic tracks and fan favorite modes like GT Simulation. That's fantastic. I clearly still remember the inexplicable eagerness and excitement of that day when we introduced the first Gran Turismo game to the world. With that same sense of excitement, I'm happy to report that GT7 will be available on March the 4th, excuse me, simultaneously on both PS5 and PS4. So that we know already. And we've got the trailer just below. It's kind of concerning me a little bit that they're showing absolutely zero footage from the PS4 or screenshots as well. So it is a little bit of a concern. So that's something to kind of keep an eye on. We do not want a two-tier system where you've got average graphics on a PlayStation 4 base version, like in Cyberpunk, if you remember the whole thing that happened there. So you don't want the amazing graphics on PS5 and some potato graphics on PS4. So hopefully they've achieved some parity in what they've tried to achieve here. So let's continue reading and see what they say. So the cultural environment surrounding cars has changed greatly in the past 25 years. Those of us who were born in a rich kart culture at the times created the first GT game. So it may be difficult with the current generation of car purists to be the same type of cultural environment as ourselves back then. I think he's alluding to nowadays planetary issues like environment and that sort of stuff. People more environment conscious these days, and back then you just strapped on a V12 to a car and it just went. I think he's talking about that. So the objective for GT7 in current culture today is to design a game to convey everything from the last 150 years of car and racing culture, whether you're a lifelong fan or discovering cars for the first time. So open to everybody, which is quite cool. So GT7 is both the combination of the series which answers the expectations of GT fans throughout the years, and at the same time it is a title that marks the beginning of a difficult mission to contain the full breadth of car culture from the past into a single video game. Okay, so the best of Gran Turismo experiences. A little bit of history there of the name. So in the same spirit, the GT campaign mode is also a place where individual players will take their unique journeys and start to gain life learning experiences. So we'll look at the screenshot here. You can blow this up. So that's how it's going to look in game. So if you keep an eye down here, this is captured on a PlayStation 5. So if you remember the previous trailer they put out just over a year ago in June of last year, they had like a black screen with little dots traversing crisscross into the roads. But now they're showing this menu here. So either they changed their mind with the menu system and gave it this sort of look, or my idea might be that this is the PlayStation 5 menu and the PS4 menu was kind of the one they worked on and showed a year ago. So they must have been working on a PlayStation 4 version for quite a long time. I don't think they just started working on it like it's been alluded to. So I think it has been in the works for a while. So we've got some more track details here. So as you can see, all these normal tracks, all these tracks here in Europe are in GT Sport already. So nothing we didn't know here. I was kind of hoping they didn't bring Dragon Trail. It's been done to death, and it looks like it's going to be done to death yet again here. Alsace, I hate that track as well. But everything else is fine. Everything else is kind of okay there. And you've obviously got the addition of Daytona and other tracks in the Americas, and we have Japanese tracks also. And you can fully expect them, I believe, to expand the tracking car list as they go, because they normally do. It's what Puffy normally does. So what we've got here, this is the license center. So this is the licenses for the various cars: National B, A, International, and the Super license. So old players of the games, not old as an age, but players who played the previous games know about getting the licenses up and get your Super license there. So that's pretty good. Pretty self-explanatory really, just do the normal license test yet again. We've been doing them for over 20 years, but it looks like you got to do them again, so there is that. So we are aware that long-time fans of the GT series strongly desire the return of the campaign mode. It's got a star there. That's kind of wondering why. And now, having seen the trailer, hopefully everyone will be able to get a feel for the atmosphere of the newly designed campaign mode. Returning to the very roots of the GT campaign mode experience, players will be starting from the GT world map. Okay, self-explanatory. So livery editor is back. I didn't see really that much changes here, just maybe like UI changes. You can still do the kind of same stuff that you can do before. It's pretty much self-explanatory with all that. So at least we know that's confirmed, and they showed us in the trailer that it is, you know, just the same as before. And there's another shot of it right there. So escapes are back again. If you're a fan of escapes, and obviously escapes are cool, I won't go into too much details on this. There's a lot of star icons here for accountability or something like that. So they have 43 countries and 2,500 locations. So that would be quite a few escapes if that actually lives up to what you got there. So legendary circuits. In addition to Return to GT campaign, our historic circuits like Trial Mountain and High Speed Ring, which was in the video, are making a comeback. You may have noticed in the trailer these tracks are higher in detail to match the PS5 console's power of expression. Again, no mention here of PS4. This is... I don't want to worry people, but that's kind of concerning a little bit. So, nothing about the PS4. We know it's coming with PS4, as we've said already, but they haven't talked about the PS4 version. So, that is worrying. But having said that, look at this. Look how beautiful that actually looks, and you can zoom in as well. The detail is just incredible. Yeah, it looks really stunning, but that's not the best yet, guys. We're getting to the best part, so bear with me, okay? So High Speed Ring is back as well. It's been a while since it's been a high speed. I think that was last in Gran Turismo 6, I do believe. So there's another shot as well. So again, captured on PS5. All that you're going to see is captured on PS5. So let's hope they didn't mess up the PS4 version. So car collection. Yeah, so basically it goes through the cars, and it says the GT Cafe is to navigate the player's adventures in the world of GT, presenting a specific collection of cars that have a cultural meaning. So is GT Cafe a museum then? It looks like it's yeah, more of a museum and maybe some information on it. I thought GT Cafe would be the lobby mode, but that must be in multiplayer, so I do stand corrected on that. So the used car section. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's been a while since we had this. Now, I did notice from the trailer, guys, that some cars are very expensive, and also noticed that it costs up to 1 million for a set of wheels. So the highest price cars on the trailer was 92 million. So you can just bet that the cars in the game is going to cost a lot more money. That looks like maybe that's the starting credits. Maybe that's your first car, you know. You got to maybe like pick one from whatever you can't afford there. Okay, so moving up. So tuning is back. One of the greatest rewards in owning a car is to modify and customize to suit your personal taste, and the supported changes will have different effects on the behavior of the vehicle. Yeah, a little bit here and there, you know, stick wings on it and that kind of stuff. So GT Auto can make a comeback as well, and we will come to that. So you can add roll cages, other aerodynamic parts, not to mention oil changes and car wash. So this is what I was talking about in a previous video. So oil change for your car. You do that as soon as you buy a new car, and that will give you more horsepower. After you run your car for several kilometers or miles, the oil becomes dirty. You will lose horsepower. If you're doing competitive races in the car, you need to change the oil very often for maximum horsepower, and you're going to have to overhaul the engine and restore rigidity, which is what I mentioned in a previous video as well. So modification, wide body. So check this out. It doesn't show you this, but you can obviously slap on, I'm guessing, an automatic body kit upgrade to maybe widen the arches on it. So that'd be quite exciting to do. So hopefully you can do that in most cars, if not all. So that's pretty good. And here is obviously the list of the parts. We don't really need to have a look at this so much, because we've already kind of seen those already. So car customization, let's see what we've got here. We've got wheels, paint, custom parts, racing items, other, GT Auto, okay, very ominous, livery editor, create a style, and load a style. So that's pretty cool. And again, captured on PS5, everyone. So coming further down here, now this is the bit that is really interesting. Wait till you see this. Time weather change simulations. The time and weather change simulation brought to life in GT7 is unique to Polyphony Digital, who researched the complexities of nature and tailored it to a video game, referencing a massive amount of meteorological observation data we have recreated spatial time of day conditions for particle size distribution and concentration of aerosol particles in the atmosphere on a global environmental scale in a procedure that is unique to Gran Turismo. So that's a very fancy way of saying they're going to have lots of spray, you know? Lots of spray in the game. But wait, you haven't seen the best yet. You have not seen the best. The validity of the simulation was checked using Scape's HDR images, for which we've accumulated data for several thousand spots all around the world. As a result, we have succeeded in expressing real and complex skyscapes and changes in light for different times of day and weather. So look at this, chat. Captured on a PlayStation 5. Now have a look at that for a second and tell me that doesn't look photorealistic, just like you're actually at the track. And with the cell shading here through the puddles, you'd swear you're looking at an actual track. That is incredible. That really is mind-blowing. So here as well, so you're going to see the difference between what they mean by like the changing track conditions. So here you've got less of a puddle, but it's still wet, and it is yeah, you've got a dry line appearing there. Okay, so coming down, this is the daytime version, again captured on PS5. So daytime version looks absolutely beautiful, looks really good. So now this is a really impressive one, Circuit de la Sarthe. So that's obviously escape, you could say. I don't think it's actually how the track's going to look in the game, but if you look how good that looks, it looks absolutely amazing. The detail in that will look so good. And again, captured on PS5. That looks like that's in-game engine. You can tell that's in-game engine. So you can see like a slight puddle there, and yeah, that's definitely in-game engine. That's not like a real photo. I think they're actually real photos from the scapes, but just kind of combining it all together. Okay, so we could not be more excited to deliver GT7 to everyone on March the 4th, 2022. Stay tuned as we have lots of news and information to share in the coming weeks. So that's going to be absolutely amazing. So the detail in this game, the lengths they've gone to, changeable conditions for time of day. So spatial time of day conditions and particle size distribution and concentration. So time change and weather change, and it's going to look absolutely amazing altogether. So let's hope the hype lives up to what it is. We will wait for March to come. In the meantime, we're going to keep streaming GT Sport and keep growing the channel. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button and come along and race and watch this, guys, because we're going to be here on launch day on March the 4th, 2022. And we're going to take this from the very beginning with some massive long streams, and we're going to do everything that the game has inside it, including lobby racing, and obviously there'll be sport mode to do as well, all sorts of things like that. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully that gave you a bit more insight into the game and a bit more information. So we'll catch you live very soon on the channel. So thank you, everyone. This is TJ signing off. Thank you, and bye bye for now. Cheers.